No.
Glad to have you with us in Memorial Stadium in Lawrence, Kansas, home to the Jayhawks. As we'll see a squad from Conference USA, the Syracuse Orange, taking on a team from the American, the Kansas Jayhawks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Syracuse will kick off and we'll be underway. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic.
Hey, this is it, boys. Let's do it. This is our last ride.
Will get the ball first. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster, and I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he can hurt you, and he can be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well.
He's going to go for a big one. Makes the catch on the left. He's loose. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas.
Forget establishing the run game. Go up top right now. Play one. Be aggressive. You told everybody all week, we're going to come out, we're going to be aggressive, and they are. They take the shot. They get rewarded. One play, one touchdown. What a start.
And he makes the extra point. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Syracuse's offense has its first opportunity of the day. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. It'll be interesting to see what they do today.
Running back is able to snag the football, but that foot is on the white lines, out of bounds and incomplete. It's third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
Well, quarterback went down behind center pretty quick that time, and it makes you wonder as a play caller, against this pass rush, do you start thinking about maybe rolling your quarterback out and changing the launch point?
Syracuse will send out the punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. They make the stop on the return, but there is laundry on the field. Let's get the call.
Offside. Defense.
And you got to focus, right? The first thing you're looking at as a defensive lineman, the first thing you understand is the ball starts with a snap count. I have to line up, see the ball. When the ball moves, I move. I know it's simple, but you still see guys jumping off sides all the time.
Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. Let's talk for a second about Kansas. A big-name running back, always a great get in the recruiting world. 4-star running back they got last week. Seems as if he'll fit in nicely here.
Oh, he's going to be a great fit. I mean, when you get a great player like that, the whole fan base gets jacked up. You see it all over social media, and it starts to build some momentum in your recruiting class.
Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the first down. And the Jayhawks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air, it's Daniels. Quickly to the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
To the air on second down. He let that thing fly quickly.
What the hell was that throw?
And make the connection.
And you see those balls in practice sometimes. They're just off the mark. And you don't know how to control it. You don't know what goes wrong, but sometimes QBs miss, and it's an incompletion.
Another incompletion on third down. And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. He says he can kick one from 75, but here he's going to need just 58 of them. Oh, he missed it. No good. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make, rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Let's think a little bit about Syracuse. At some point, the media needs to recognize this is a team on a hot streak. They put together a nice record, winning 3 straight, now knocking on the door of the top 25.
Yeah, and I think, Reese, the media also realizes what happened early in the season, and they took a few lumps, and they were kind of figuring out who they are. But I feel like the last 3 weeks, Jesse, they're playing as well as anybody in the country, and they know what their identity is.
I agree. I think in college football, year in, year out, teams get better and teams get worse. This is the point. They all of a sudden are starting to realize and figure out what gives them the best chance to win week in, week out. Guys are playing at a very high level. I don't see that stopping.
Obviously, you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
At the 35, he's loose. Turning on the Jets. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before it's finally stopped. Put a jolt into a drive. It's 1st and 10 from just inside the 40. Makes the catch. It's Thompson.
I'm sorry, I actually didn't want any whipped cream.
He's already surpassed his passing output in this game, so he's completely flipped the script. Nice bounce back already to start this game, too.
A lot of people say Gator tastes just like chicken. I think it's an oversimplification. Don't get me wrong. It does have a mild flavor similar to chicken as well. It's got your white meat and your dark meat. But what separates it from other meats I've had is the really delicious flavor that I can only compare it to from its mild, slightly sweet, and just enough delicious seafood. A lot of people say Gator tastes just like chicken. I think it's an oversimplification. Don't get me wrong.
This deep into red zone. He's got 4 down at the 11. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for a field goal. To the air, it's Daniels. This senior showed some serious arm strength, firing that one in from the 1st down. He started this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field.
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming into the season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive and finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Wants to go up top on first down. Fires to the middle. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
Nothing going right for this team early in the first quarter here. The defense is getting gashed, and now you've thrown a pick. The head coach has got to get his team together and get everybody to calm down and settle in.
And this defense, they've got to do a big job here. Like, offense puts you in a bad spot. You haven't had some great moments, but this possession, we got to get a stop, got to stop the bleeding, and get the ball back to our offense.
Looking left. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Really nice job by the defender knocking that one away in man coverage. And he knew coming into this one that he was going to get attacked and they were going to throw his way. So he's showing you right now. He is dialed in, locked in. Really nice job on that coverage.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. And it's the next play that you have to play instead of this just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better.
Touchdown, Mark Chuck Jayhawk. Quick strike through the air for the score.
This offense is looking ridiculous. 3 touchdowns now in the first quarter, doing whatever they want at will. I don't know if you're panicking, Palmer, but, I mean, they got to put something together on the other side of the field or else this one's going to get ugly fast.
One thing I know, David, is the defensive staff, after having the ball just run down their throat and thrown over their heads, they need to make some adjustments earlier than they probably anticipated, because right now they have no answers for this offense.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. He'll start this drive going to the air. Pulls it in. It's Nixon.
Not difficult, not complicated, but early in the game, getting that rhythm. Find that timing with your wide receiver so you're set up for success. Then you go attack deep later on.
Wide receiver going in motion. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. In the gun, looking to throw on third down. Stands in and takes the hit. And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete as time has expired here in the first quarter. We've reached the break, and Kansas has the lead. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. Syracuse will be forced to punt. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. The offense set for a first down play. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Here's a heat. On the move, he fires. Complete downfield. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw, it's Daniels. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
We know about this running back's versatility, and he's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to...
Breaks into the open. He's guided out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 6-yard line, and this defense has to be reeling. And the Jayhawks line it up with a first and goal. Looking to throw. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Jayhawks. Fitted in the window for the score.
And this crowd was already jacked up. They were already excited. They were already making a difference in this football game, and the offense continues to 27-0 here in the first half. This has been all home team.
On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Looking for a gap. It's Nixon. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Complete to the left. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off-play action on first down. Finds his big tight end. He'll get it up to the 39 before he's run out of bounds, and this offense just patiently, methodically trying to do work. The Orange with a ton of options available on second and short. Finding an escape route. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close, and when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them, and get...
He's going to fire deep. He caught it. And he'll go down, but not before the big pickup and the first down. Syracuse looked to be in dire straits to start this drive, but now they've got some room to operate. Under fire. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wants to go up top. Oh, they're after him. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and 3rd down is coming. This is one of those momentum turning points. If this defense can force a field goal attempt, that is a victory for them. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. So they'll send out the field goal unit. Doesn't have a straight-on shot here. He'll kick it from the left hash and 39 yards out. It's good. Easy call for the refs. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Fresno State is down, but they are not out of it. Not there inside Bulldog Stadium, one of the more enjoyable places to watch a game in all of college football. They're trailing by 11 to South Alabama. We'll keep you updated on things in a game that could alter the balance of power in the Sun Belt, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Takes a hit as he fires. Wide open, makes the catch. Out across the... And forced out of bounds at the 42, and now this offense is clicking. It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. Dropping back, it's Daniels. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Finds some fresh air. He gets it into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 48.
And he showed you in 2 plays why this defense has been up late at night. Like thinking about having to guard, he makes you defend the back end, throwing the football, but then has the ability to pull it down and chew up yards with his legs. He makes you cover the whole field, run and pass. Infuriating to deal with as a defense.
The play action fake. Here's the pressure. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
Well, on offense, no doubt, right? You've had success. You're throwing some tutties. Why not keep throwing it? They're going to keep being aggressive. You're going to have to do a better job, though, keeping this quarterback standing up.
Into the creative space on 3rd and short with the wide receiver. The Jayhawks pick up the first down.
And that misdirection was just enough to get everybody leaning one direction. And I like when you run the reverse, too, and you see it, you see space, you go attack it, understand where the first down marker is, and they get just enough for the first down.
After the productive first down play at 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. Quarterback now breaking the field. Got the first down himself. He's finally stopped, but a big play there with his speed as he moves those sticks. This offense has been running up and down the field, and here they are, 1st and goal, a chance to tack on another one before halftime. Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And, man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Trying to start the drive with a pass. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The give on the option. At the 20, he's got space. Turning it on. And what a huge play for this offense after that great run. They'll immediately call timeout. And that's one of the challenges the option prevents. They stretch you from sideline to sideline.
There's a lot of different ways, Reese, this running back is going to get involved in this game. Yeah, we're going to see him run between the tackles, but they've got a lot of creative ways they can get him out on the perimeter to try to use his speed, and the option play is one of them.
Make the stop at the 40, but it's a 10-yard gain and a fresh set of downs.
And this offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
A strike downfield. Touchdown, Orange. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Well, let's just call it like it is. The first half has been ugly for this offense. Not a lot to cheer about. Until that play right there, they finally score. We've seen crazy things happen in college football. They're way down on the scoreboard right now, but anything can happen, and anything can change after you score like that.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Stewart. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. The Kansas offense returns to the field. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, Dave?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk you can get before then you decide really, Jesse, how you want to finish the half.
Just can't turn it over and throw a pick if you're the quarterback here. You have got to be so smart if you're going to be aggressive with your decision-making.
Takes a shot as he lets it go. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
This pass rush is real, man. They force the quarterback, they flush him out to the left, and he's trying to scramble around, find an open guy. They still are able to get...
Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Back to throw, it's Daniels. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Now he'll let one fly down the left side. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, fellas, looks like we've got a great atmosphere there today in Lawrence. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed. He simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this second half. And with that, let's kick it back to the guys at Kansas Memorial Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. And the Jayhawks will kick it away to start the second half. From inside the 15, chance for a good return. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. Huge deficit to start this third quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter in him.
Oh, he's got some space. Great to have perfect blocking, but you can also make your own, and that's exactly what he does, getting it up to the 36. Syracuse might take a shot here on 2nd and short. Back to pass. Stopped at the 41-yard line after the 5-yard gain.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Finds his man. It's Ross Simmons. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. The Orange with a ton of options available on 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Grab near the sticks. It's Ross Simmons. Dragged down at the 46 after a pickup of 5 and the 1st down.
I like getting these slant throws early and getting some completions because you're setting up the slant and go. Later in the game, the quarterback can pump the slant route and then hit him up the sideline for a big gain.
Syracuse has a really nice drive going. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Fires to the big fella. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to throw again. Pressure coming. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
The Orange will have to punt. Excellent job on the punt. Bounces out of bounds at the 5, and they'll have 95 yards to go in front of them. First play of this drive comes from the 5-yard line. Throwing right. He's got an open man. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices. Offense has it at the 28 on 1st down. To the ground with the back. Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. They'll give it to the back. Makes it past the marker. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down. The Jayhawks come to the line with a new set of downs. Off off the play fake on first down. He wants to take the top off. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Daniels. Here he goes breaking the pocket. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Couldn't find a ton of room on that return, but that small change, they take over at the 43. Good field position here as they start this drive from their 43. Starts a drive trying to go up top. With the catch, it's Cook. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
To the air on first down. The sure hands, it's Gill. And he's brought down after a nice game.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Finds his man down the middle. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Well, this tight end is so athletic that at times they'll line him up at different parts of the field. That time he was in the slot. Nice job running the route, finding the open space in the defense for the completion.
They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. They get him on the ground, but not before he drives it to the 10-yard line. Syracuse comes to the line on 1st and goal. Looking to throw on first down. Looking for the goal line.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to bow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on first down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
That's the end of the quarter. Kansas has the lead here. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Second down, he'll throw it. Back's got it. Touchdown, Syracuse. The offense cashing it in on that drive.
And that's why this running back is so dangerous. It's not just handing him off the football, but he's a weapon in the passing game. You see his ability to catch it, turn upfield, make people miss, and find the end zone.
And after the extra point, they trail 35-17. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Utah State has the lead right now. Logan has been jumping all week, but this game is hardly over. There is time left on that clock. They're up by a field goal over Boston College. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The give to the tailback. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. The give to the single back. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Slides away. On the run, fires downfield. Working the middle. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as they get him down at the 37. He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
And I think some people might say late in the game, you got the win, everything's in hand, be a little bit conservative, or you just say, I'm just going to keep doing me.
And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. And the Jayhawks have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. They'll send the back in motion. Wants to throw. It's Daniels. Lofts one high indeed. Hits him in stride inside the 10. Touchdown, Rock Chalk. And the route is on. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Not much reason to go for the onside kick at this point, except they want to run up the score. They're on it. They recover the onside kick, and they get it right back.
They're like the kid at the playground that just does not want to share their ball with anybody else and play in the sandbox. They've got a crazy lead, and still, head coach decides to go out, onside kick, they get it, and they maintain with possession. It's crazy.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock. And they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
The Jayhawks will snap it on 1st and 10. The give is to Williams. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
This is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
And the Jayhawks are on the move. Pocket breaking down. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Now he's going to break the pocket. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there, I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
The Jayhawks kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up in pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
You know, it's really tough. It's tough to be a DB because you can't get there too early. You can't get there too late. He gets there perfect timing and gets the deflection.
The sweet feet buy a little time. He can't find enough room. Stopped at the 17, and it brings up a 4th down.
You know, you hear the term nickel so much. Most people stay a nickel most of the time because of all the speed in college football and the running quarterback. And you see why it pays dividends. More speed on the field when the QB does take off to go get him on the ground and force a fourth down.
Rushes on him. Unloaded just as he throws. It's incomplete, and they stop him on fourth down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Snags it quickly on the left. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Now on second down. Looking to fire. Here comes the heat. Finds the tight end. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Looking downfield on first down. It's incomplete, and I tell you, this sophomore quarterback's lucky to get that one back.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Makes the catch. It's Nixon. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see. You want to see your squad not.
He'll loft one deep down the left side. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down.
And I'm just not sure where to put the blame. And I know they're going to lose this football game. They've struggled, and he's been sacked. I know he's turned it over and thrown an interception, but they haven't been in sync, and nobody's played really great, and they've got to find an identity on this offense moving forward.
This time he's got his man. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've already moved the chains a couple of times on this drive. Now 1st and 10 from their own 46. Looking to throw again. Tight end finds a soft spot. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Syracuse ready to go to work with another first down. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Wants to throw on first down. Grab near the marker. It's Ross Simmons. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those first downs, get those big chunks.
This defense has just been all over this guy all game long. Under pressure, they're finding a way to get to him and affect his rhythm. Of course, they have an interception in this game. That's why they've got a big lead here in the fourth quarter. This guy has never gotten into a rhythm.
Gonna swing it on second down. That's caught. It's Cook. Run out of bounds. They'll spot him at the 24. Syracuse needs to come up with a big third down play to keep the drive going. From the gun, wants to pass. A shot toward the end zone. Can't make the connect. Third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first. They're throwing for it on fourth down. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on downs. Quarterback making checks. Looking for a man. It's Daniels. Bringing the heat. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go. And here comes the field goal team. Salt, meet open wound. And the holder will place it down on the left hash. A 47-yard try coming. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And now the lead is even bigger. After not